What's up, everybody? It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the Don.
And this crazy P, aka CP, aka Fried Milk, Fried Water, Fried Beans. We're out here and we have a very special guest on the show today. And I think it's episode 41, right? 42? I'm not
40,
sure
who
anymore.
knows?
40 something. So we have Brian King on the show from The Shy. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Brian, aka Brian, aka BK, aka King,
I like that. Okay, King.
aka Burgers, aka BK Broiler, aka yeah, Bry. That's all I got, guys. I'm sorry.
Yo, that's pretty good for making it up on the
I
spot.
was impressed just now. For real. I was impressed. I was like, damn, that's cool. I'm not cool. That's cool.
Yo,
You're
with
pretty
the,
cool.
with the initials like BK, you're cool automatically, so you're good.
Thank you, dude. I just ate. The other day, for the first time in a while, I just ate a lot of Burger King.
Oh, really?
It was late, I'll say that, and I ordered $60 worth of it.
Whoa. Was that a lot
Wow.
of friends?
Let's just say it was a long night.
Wow. Dang, that's a lot of fries, man. You know what I mean? All right, so let me ask you. I guess my first question is, I'm still shocked that you are the one who actually killed Coogie on the show. Or not Coogie,
but I didn't kill, yeah.
right, yeah, but the
Jason.
first, yeah, Jason. So, I don't know, man. How'd that feel to be knowing that you were gonna do that?
Well, we didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know until the end. You know, they're really secretive with our scripts, and hopefully everyone who's listening to this hasn't watched it.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
Our listeners know we spoil shit all the time, so
What we do for a living.
AKA the spoilers.
exactly.
Exactly. So yeah, I didn't know, man. They were so secretive with the scripts that like week to week you don't know what was gonna happen. So you're just like, I kind of knew based on my audition he wasn't my character wasn't gonna be a good guy. I didn't know how far that would go. And then I remember someone kind of slipped up at one point and kind of let me know early, but I didn't know for sure, and I didn't want it to inform my performance. So once I got it. There's 10 episodes, and then you're like, well, someone's gonna go in the finale. Someone has to. So then I just get a text from someone that got the script that day and was like, oh, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this episode. So then I was like, all right, don't tell me. And then I got it, and I actually videotaped myself watching it because I knew some. Can I swear?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I know some shit was gonna go down. So I was like, all right. So I videotaped myself doing it, and then you're just like, okay, I had a good feeling that I was gonna be the guy who, did that to Jason, but I didn't know how. So if you've seen it, you know how, and it's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, it's very brutal. I was like, what's happening? I was like, oh, hold on, what?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. But overall, I mean, you can't ask for a better part, for a better story arc. My character is a terrible person who is an important person that lives out in the world that we need to know about because he's terrible. But, it was really fun to play that throughout the season. Not that scene, but.
I got you. So, what I was gonna ask you, do you enjoy playing a bad guy? You know?
Or
Yeah,
does it
man.
come naturally to you?
No, man. I mean, I am not. I am such a pussy. It's unbelievable. Like, it's weird. My sister was like, "Do you just apologize after every take to everybody? Because you're like, I'm just such a nice guy. But playing a bad guy is like super fun, man. Like, dude, Darth Vader, the Joker. I mean, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, those are I never thought I'd get to play that. My dad's always like, I tell you, when you made it when you're the bad guy, you got to get one of those bad guy parts. And he would say that this year, and I didn't tell my family about what would happen with my character. So like literally like 3 months ago when the season started, he's like, I'm telling you, Bri, you got to get one of those bad guy parts. And I was like, oh my God, he has no idea. Just like he has no idea when he sees the end of this that I'm the guy.
I guess to take it all back, how did you first get into acting or know that, hey, I'm good at this and I can make this, into a career?
I still think I'm figuring out if I'm good at it. I think that you just like.
I think you're pretty good, man. You killed it on the side, so.
Literally.
I appreciate that. Literally. Yeah, I think you just. I don't know, man. I think all this stuff. We all do something because it's a gut feeling, right? Like you pick up you pick up sports because you have to, and then you pick up certain hobbies, and you guys have this thing going on, this podcast. So like, your gut tells you to follow something, and then you just work really hard at it. I think people think that acting is different than any other job when you just got to work really hard, man, and it'll pay off in some way. But yeah, I played sports in high school, and then like wrote a little something and performed it at my senior high school, and then later on went back and studied it a little more. But I was a writer in advertising for a while, so I wrote commercials that was my day job when I started acting. So I would write commercials all day and then go on auditions, and then luckily the acting won out, and I got to quit my job, which was
Any
fantastic.
commercials that we've seen?
That I've written.
Yeah.
Like the Bud Light, like "What's up?"
Yeah. You wrote
I
that?
didn't write that one.
Damn.
Oh, man, you guys were both like, "What?"
That's messed up.
No,
That's
no.
not cool.
I wrote like, dude, I worked on like, I worked on like Kmart and like KFC. I mean, nothing really cool. I got to do a basketball shoe commercial once years ago for this basketball player Al Harrington. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I did stuff for like the Cubs, a bunch of big stuff, but nothing good. Nothing I would be like proud of.
Gotcha. So, what was your first role then, as far as a gig or whatnot?
My first TV gig was I played an orderly on Prison Break, and I said, "Clean them up." And then
Wait, that was your only line?
I had two lines. I said, "White's the new blue. You're in cell block 20." And then I was like, "Clean them up." And then that was like my first TV show job. My first commercial I ever was in, I got to do a Budweiser commercial. That was really fun. And then my first acting gig ever was I did a annual meeting for this big company where I played Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movies. It was not cool as it sounds.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, it started all that, and then it just snowballed, man.
True that, because I was gonna ask you, because I love Prison Break. I thought I was gonna ask you how it was, but so you had just a few lines in there.
Yeah, I
So.
had like 2 lines, man. It was like the first thing I ever did. I was so scared. I was like so nervous to be there. It was such a cold day.
But
Yeah.
you get paid extra if you speak, right? If you're an extra and you get paid to speak, it's more money.
Well, I mean, if you're cast as an extra and they upgrade you, then you can get money. But I actually like auditioned for it and got the part for that one. But yeah, if some extras they need someone, they give someone a line and they give it, and then they get more money for that.
Oh, okay. So, do you still get nervous or like jitters, like for auditions and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, man. Oh
Yeah.
God, all the time. I think if you're not nervous and weird like that, like something's wrong with you. I think you need that because like nervous is like energy, right? So you need like energy. You need to like tap into something because you got to go and be this character for these people right now, and your lines and everything. So yeah, being nervous I think is really important, and I get super nervous. I thought sweating is very
Oh,
bad. If you look at
gotcha.
all my audition tapes, I'm wearing a navy shirt.
Sure.
It looks like one really long day because the sweating is just disgusting.
So what do you do to calm yourself down?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I don't. You mean in that moment?
Yeah.
I just gotta like. Honestly, it's like this is such a cheesy analogy, but it's like literally like standing on like a diving board or like a cliff, and you're just like nervous, and then you just jump. And once you jump, you don't think about it. You're falling, you're free falling. So like that's kind of it. Once you go in the room, and I'm committing to like whatever I'm prepared to do for these people, whatever character it is, you're just like free falling through that, and you don't even know where you are, who you are, anything, and you're just like doing what you prepared. And then like when it's done, you come out and it's like, boom, like what just happened? and then you just and then I like go get a coffee, and then I freak out, and then I try to go to the gym.
So you said that being an actor is like almost like it's a full-time job pretty much. So how often do you audition and write scripts or all that stuff?
It's it's a schedule that has no schedule. So like, you're at the mercy of the business. So there's times that's really busy, and then there's times it's not, and you just gotta like know that like, there's times I have like, because I do voiceover work too. There's times I have like, 18 auditions in 1 week, and then you're like, what? And then there's times you have like one audition in 2 weeks. It's been it's all over the place. So you just kind of have to be ready to go. I think that's the hardest thing about being an actor, is that you're such at the mercy of the business and the phone call, that you get a call from your agent, that something's going down, and you got to like kind of like drop everything you're doing to prepare. You don't get much time to prepare, so you get like, hey, a call, an email at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and being like, you got an audition in the morning at 10:30, and then you look and there's 10 pages of lines, and you're like, okay, well, there goes my night. So in order to do it, you have to love it, so that's when I was talking about like the hard work. I think that's where people don't realize that's the hard work and the sacrifice that's there. But if you really stick with it and you like really make those sacrifices, you'll see, no matter how talented you are, you'll see results. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I feel like everyone thinks that being an actor is so easy because it looks like we're on TV or whatever in the movies, but it's a lot of hard work, I guess, behind the scenes, So.
Yeah, there's so much work that you don't think about, but it's at the same time, to be honest with you, there's like doctors and teachers and people who have like, like saved lives and helping kids, and then it's just like, I can, wear a tie and a beard and just be a dickhead.
You're living the dream,
right?
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, man. I can't complain. Very lucky, very lucky.
So take us to like, how'd you feel like when you got the role for The Shy? Like, how'd you hear about it?
Well, I missed the audition actually, because I didn't get an email, and I woke up one morning and I had a missed call from my agent saying, "Hey, I just wanted to make sure you were going to be at this audition this morning." And I was like, well, "What?" And luckily they said I could videotape it at my house and send it in, but I only had like 5 hours to do it, which is really hard because there was like 7-8 pages of lines, and it was a Monday, so like I have everyone has real jobs and no one can read the lines with you. So I had a friend from Los Angeles FaceTime me in my living room, and we did the audition. And luckily, as you know, I was very upset about having to rush about that, but also Detective Bill Wallace is very upset, so it actually helped me. And I sent it. A week later, I heard they were putting me on hold and interested, and then another week or two later, there was no callback. They just called and told me I got the part based on that tape. And then I was driving, and I pulled over, and I got a little emotional. I told you I'm a total pussy, dude.
I would have cried too, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, dude, also is the worst in like those moments. You're like, oh my God, okay, thank you so much. I gotta call my friends and family, and then you hang up and you call everyone, and no one is around. No one is answering their phones. It was like the worst thing ever. So luckily, I was going to my buddy's house, and I got there and I just flipped out. I was like, dude, get the whiskey out. Let's get the cigars.
Right.
Turn
up.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about that scene that you in episode 10 in the bathroom when Officer
Cruz.
Armando, am I saying that correctly?
Cruz.
Yeah, and he headbutts you. Was that real, or was that
Yeah, he really hit. No.
Did that hurt?
I would have knocked him. No. It was all a stunt. So he doesn't he doesn't hit me. He like headbutts just close to me, and it's a camera trick. So where they put the camera, it looks like he hits me, but he doesn't. He's like 6 inches away, and I will humbly brag that there were no stunt men used in that scene. We did it all ourselves. That was super fun, man. To get to do like that, that's when you're like, oh my God, I'm a kid, and I'm playing with like Transformers and G.I. Joes and like Star Wars figures, and I'm actually like, this is a fake fight, and we're on TV, and like, oh my God.
And you're getting paid for it.
And I'm getting paid for it.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, man. It was really cool. It was hot as hell that day too. Shit.
So if you weren't acting, what would you be doing?
Oh man. I would probably I'd probably be writing, but that's not really interesting, right? That's the same thing. I'd probably be writing or directing, but other than that, I don't know, maybe a teacher, something like that. I don't know. I like helping people, I guess. So there's times I'll go and teach a class a couple times a year, and I really enjoy those things where I can help people do this thing because I didn't have much help. So anything that like helping people, I guess. I mean, if I could do anything, I mean, I'd definitely like play in the NBA.
Okay. Oh, you ball? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, dude. Minnesota Houston's on right now. You guys watching this?
Oh yeah, I have it on right now in the background.
Yeah, so do I. Dude, LeBron just hit that game. Oh, sorry. You guys see that LeBron just hit that game winner like 10 minutes ago?
Dang, I missed that. For real. I'm not
Uh,
really a LeBron fan, so
nope.
you know.
I'm with you. With you, I still like him, and now these days you're just like it's hard to like. Anyway,
Yeah. So what did you do before acting? Like, did you have like a regular 9 to 5 job or part-time job or?
yeah. I worked in advertising. I wrote commercials, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and that was my day job. You know, like people usually think that like actors have to like, be waiters and have these crappy jobs. It was really hard, but I didn't think I didn't want to do that. I wanted to still like have like a good life and like make money and be creative. So luckily, I was able to get a job in our advertising, which was really hard to do. And then I was a writer, and I did that for I think 10 years at the same time as acting. So it was really hard. And then I just it was too much, and I was able to quit. So that was good.
Gotcha, gotcha.
If you could play any role, what would you play? Like any fun role or any villains that you admire or any hero, anything, who would you play?
Man, that's tough. I mean, like dude, I'm a dork, so like I like the I'm a big Batman guy, but I don't know if I could play Batman. I mean,
Wait,
it's like
hold up. You're a
yeah.
big Batman guy, but you're featured in Man of Steel.
Hey,
Hmm.
same
Hmm.
universe, dude. Same universe. DC guy. Uh, I mean, I don't know. I think those parts are really hard, and I think it'd be a really cool challenge to do it. But I don't know. I feel like honestly, the cheesy answer is that I'm super lucky to like anybody who wants to hire me. That's the dream role. But
Right.
I don't know. To do one of those big like blockbuster movies to me would be super fun, and like one of those be an Avenger or something would be unbelievable. Because I'd like to tackle the Joker, but how do you top that?
Right, yeah, that was pretty good. Good
It's the best
performance.
thing ever.
Yeah. Do you seeing that, to us you're like a big Hollywood star because you're on the side and everything.
Yeah.
So do you get recognized on the street when you're walking down by anybody or get
Um,
flagged?
I've gotten recognized a couple times. I just got back from Los Angeles a couple days ago, and it's funny. Like actually, I'll get recognized like out of the blue, a little here and there. I don't look. I mean, I look a little different in person than I did on the show, because Bill Wallace has got terrible fashion sense. But uh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I'm cool, but that's terrible. But no, it's more like you'll be at a party and you like meet your buddy's buddy and you're talking sports and shit for like an hour, and then like someone lets them know later. They're like, "Oh, he's on the Shy," and he's like, "Shut the fuck up! He's Wallace. He's Wallace." And then you're like, "Yeah, man. I've been." And then like last night I went to a concert and we were hanging out. My buddies brought his buddy and we hung out and had drinks and food, and then we left. They went to the bathroom, and then we went to the concert. And the cab ride, he's like, "Dude, you're on the Shy," and I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Dude, you're awesome. That show's awesome. You're a terrible person." I was like, "Yeah." So like those kind of things happen, and that's really fun. But it's also not as cool as you think sometimes when someone says something, you're just like, "Yeah, I don't know what to tell you now."
Right, right.
I basically say I'm not a bad person. That's my reaction to it. Like,
Not a
hey,
bad
I'm not a bad person. I'm a good guy.
Are you on social media at all? Are you?
I just started getting on Twitter since I started doing doing a lot of podcasts for the show and stuff. But I'm a big Instagram guy. I love Instagram.
Okay.
The gram is where it's at. I love it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm also one of those terrible people who like, the Insta stories at the
Yeah.
top. I
Yeah.
usually, if you see mine glowing, that usually means I've had a few drinks. I've noticed a lot of my actor friends, and I'm the ones tell them. I'm like, hey, you were wasted. You're on a big TV show. You were wasted on that last night. And then I find myself being like, what's up, guys? Awful.
That's more interesting than the people I follow on Instagram. They just
Oh,
post
really?
random shit. I'd rather see somebody wasted than somebody's lunch or some shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. There's times I'm like, I follow too many people, but I love, yeah, I like it better than the Facebook and dude, the Twitter thing is just intense, man. I didn't know it's like the Matrix. After like getting back involved with it, like, dude, I can't believe how like intense and like big it is. You try to you try to appear and try to make a dent in it. It's so hard to do.
Yeah, it's massive, man. It's like a empire, really.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So
And you got to be careful because when you really start blowing up and doing those big movies, they're gonna pull up your Twitter history and be like, "See,
Oh
he's
yeah,
canceled."
dude.
I can't. So,
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. They're just canceling people from Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
You
got to
don't
be
want to get
careful.
canceled.
I thought about that a lot before our show premiered. Of just like you just have to do like a gut check of like, hey man, am I all right? But God, yeah,
right.
people are getting screwed.
Okay, so I guess I have a few more questions before we
Yeah.
move on to the next segment. Who are your role models in the acting world as far as who you look up to?
Uh, I really like really like Michael Keaton. I thought it was really good, and Tom Hanks. I like people for different reasons. Joaquin Phoenix is a nut job, but man, can he go to some weird places and not be himself and disappear. Carrie Coon is actually a friend of mine, but like she's on Leftovers and Fargo, and there's so many great actresses out there and actors. I could go through every single one and tell you what's great about them, but
Hmm.
me growing up, I think Bill Murray and John Candy, and those are like the influences for me. You know,
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And how was it like working with like the cast of The Shy?
yeah. I mean, it's amazing, man. I mean, that group, as you saw the show, everyone is so good, and it's just like to be around, to be in a group or mention or on your name on a list with all those actors, Jason Mitchell and
Right.
Armando Riesco and Jacob Lattimore, and um, it's amazing. Those and everyone just brought it, Um, but yeah, everyone was really cool. I didn't get to like work with everyone because you saw the storylines. Some
Right.
storylines didn't connect, so
Right.
you know, when you did get to see them in, passing in the makeup trailers, they were cool. But yeah, like the guy who plays Quentin, Stephen Williams, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty
You,
dope. He's pretty
dude,
dope.
he's
Yeah.
really dope. Oh
He's pretty
man,
dope.
yeah,
So,
I really wish you were somehow were able to come back for season two, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because it was a really good performance that you did on The Shy. So
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. You never know, man. Flashbacks.
right, flashbacks,
He's
exactly.
got he's assigned to my case now, so let's see if they got to figure out how deep I went.
Okay. And are you watching any shows right now, like at all, like Netflix or Hulu?
Yeah,
Um,
man. Wait, are you guys big Netflix guys?
oh
hell
yeah, I
yeah.
am.
That's all we
Oh
talk
yeah.
about.
Oh.
Okay, okay. Have you guys watched the documentary Wild Wild Country?
Yo.
Oh shit.
Did you?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, guys, dude, I'm like 0 for 7 in the last couple of days for people not watching it. I watched it on my trip, dude.
It's
How did that
wild.
happen?
It's wild. Yo,
I
it's
think the
just
weirdest thing is
crazy.
that why have we never heard about it?
I
Yeah,
know.
now I have to watch it because I haven't seen it, but I know you have Caesar, so.
Oh, you haven't seen
Um,
it? Okay, then it's dude, it's bananas.
No, I already spoiled it, so I think I spoiled it on the pre.
all
Dude, it
right,
was bonkers, dude.
that's crazy. All right,
Ozark.
so what is next for Brian King in the acting world? What do you have coming up for everybody?
Uh, in a couple weeks, I'm gonna go shoot a little independent movie with Armando Cruz, the guy who played Cruz. He wrote a
Nice.
really great movie that he's making in New York, and I want to go there for a day or two and shoot a couple days on that with him. And then I have a movie coming out in the fall that has a bunch of these like wannabe actors in it, like Viola Davis and Colin Farrell.
Oh, okay.
Liam Neeson.
Nobody that we
Right,
know.
yeah, nobody's.
Boring. Yeah, man. There's like I have this movie I did where I just have a small part, a few scenes, where I play a detective again, not a good detective. And it's called Widows with Liam Neeson, Viola Davis, Colin Farrell, Robert Duvall, and like everyone. So with a cast that big, I'm glad that you get to see my face more than once.
Gotcha.
And then keep grinding, man. Looking forward to see what happens next with this stuff.
Awesome, awesome.
All right,
All right, so
cool.
now we're gonna do another segment called Fire Round. So we're just gonna ask you,
Ooh, I love.
quick this or that, and whatever comes to your mind or whatever you like better, just go with it. So,
Oh my
Caesar, you
God.
wanna
Okay,
start
it's
it?
called. Okay, wait, hold on. It's called this or that, and I
No,
have
it's
to
called
say.
Fire Round.
Okay, fire right. Sorry, sorry. Okay. Now I'm nervous.
Caesar, let's go.
All right. So Marvel or DC?
DC.
All right, BK or McDonald's?
Oh man, McDonald's.
Ah, you
BK,
went with
BK.
McDonald's.
Good
I
choice. Good
thought you
choice.
were. Good choice though. Yeah, I like the fries. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the fries. Sure. That's the difference. BK's fries suck.
That is true.
So Jared Leto or Heath Ledger as a Joker?
That's offensive.
There's somebody out there who might pick Jared Leto. So.
Right, right.
Well, let's find them and hurt them.
Okay, that was kind of dark, Brian.
It's not Jared Leto.
All right, Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock?
I'm gonna say Chris Rock.
Okay,
I'm a classic. He's a classic SNL dude.
gotcha. Okay, it's a good choice.
Grits or no grits?
Grits.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Nicki.
Why Nicki? You kind of paused there for a little bit.
Because I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm sticking with Nicki.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Marvel or DC?
DC Marvel movies.
Gotcha. All right, that's all I got. Caesar, you got anything else?
Yeah. White liquor or dark liquor?
Dark liquor. That's a good one. Dark liquor. I mean, like, actually, you know what? I've been a dark liquor guy for a long time, and I'm just switching over to like tequila. So that's kind of like both, right?
Yeah, that's the devil. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's the devil.
That will fuck you up big time. All right, so I think now we can move on to our next segment called Hot Shit. And hot shit is what we talk about, hot shit. So books, music, TV shows, all kinds of different mediums that you're into. So I'll go first. My hot shit right now is J. Cole's new album, KOD, just dropped recently, and it's just fire, man. Every track on that is just dropping bombs. So, what about you, Caesar?
Mine is Janelle Monáe. So she has a lot of new visuals out and a lot of new music. So shout out to Janelle Monáe because she acts, she sings, she dances, she's a model or whatever. She does it all. So shout out to her. And my other one was Wild Wild Country, but I know that's yours too, Brian. So I'll let you take it.
Yes, dude. No, that's awesome. Okay, this is. I feel pressure, man. This is fun. I'm gonna say, my hot music I've been listening to. Father John Misty. Actually, he's my favorite. He just dropped a couple singles from his new album that comes out June 1st. But when I was in California, found a real cool remix of one of his songs by Kid Cudi.
Okay.
And that was
Yeah,
really
fuck with
cool.
Kid
And I
Cudi.
also got into the Black Panther soundtrack out there too, which is
Nice, nice.
yes.
Okay.
I'm also gonna say Wild Wild Country for sure. And I'm gonna say almond butter. I've been eating a lot of almond butter with this.
Yo, almond butter is so good. People
It's
don't
so good,
understand
dude. No,
how good almond butter is, yo.
totally, dude. I think it's like, yeah, you gotta get crunchy, but God, it's good.
Better
So
than
expensive,
peanut butter?
No, it's not. But it's like me. I just found out. I don't even think it's that much healthier. Peanut butter is my thing. I'm doing it because I just don't want to be fat. So you're just like, all right. But when I eat the whole jar, doesn't it kind of not matter?
Oh, for that.
Crazy, dude.
All
So,
right.
our next segment is whose man's is this? That's the one where we talk about people doing dumb shit. Somebody we hate, could be anybody. So, mine personally is Kanye West. Basically, Kanye West is my favorite artist, but I mean, when you gotta call people out, you gotta call people out. So Kanye West is back on Twitter. He's doing the same shit as Trump, just going wild off Twitter. So stop tweeting, Kanye. Stop it. Nobody wants to see you tweet. Just drop good music and shut up. That's it.
Yeah. Chicago guy too.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you from
yeah.
Chicago, Brian?
Yeah, I'm Chicago, born and raised.
Nice, nice. Mine's is Lil Pump. Um, so I guess J. Cole came out and did a song about him. Not about him, but about all these new rappers who are mumbling and doing all this crazy drugs and all this stuff. And so Lil Pump heard it and was pretty much he didn't get the message, and he was saying the same dumb shit, talking about Molly and popping bottles, what we do, smoking all kind of stuff. So I mean, I feel like as J. Cole said, in the next 10 years, he's going to be obsolete. You know what I mean? And all his fans are going to grow up and realize that he is trash as far as music goes. So
Not even 10 years. Next year. That's what I think.
yeah, it might be next year. Because if you don't have any good content in your music, people are eventually going to realize as they get older, like yo, like I'm not going to listen to this nonsense. So.
And there's 50 billion people with the name Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Lil whatever.
Lil
There's
Yachty.
50 billion of them. Yeah. So what makes you different?
Exactly. So that's mine. What about you, Brian?
Okay, so this has to be someone I need to blow up right now and needs to calm down, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
God, man, ooh, that's tough. Well, I mean, I saw it today because he's on top of my mind, so I think it's kind of funny that, what's LeVar Ball?
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
He's pulling his kids out of Lithuania now. And he's
Oh
bringing
wait,
them back
what?
home.
For real?
Yeah, he's pulling them out of Lithuanian league.
Oh shit.
So that dude just needs to like chill out, man. Just like go away and do something like just be a dad and like make your kids better at ball. He's so annoying. But yeah, I think that would be it for me. I was trying to think of someone in the NBA. Like Westbrook got all like fired up the other night, but then his team they didn't show up last night. But if you guys watched that Thunder Jazz game last night, it was one of the best games I've seen in ever.
I watched it. It was pretty
Dude, they were like beating the crap out of each other the whole game. It was awesome. It's like old NBA games. It was awesome. But dude, he can't be like calling people out and then his team not show up for him. That sucks.
Yeah, I think his issue is he wanted to just like shut down Rubio so much that he forgot it was team ball, and the Jazz are playing like team basketball, so you can't beat the whole team by yourself.
Well said, dude. And Carmelo Anthony needs to just like he needs to retire. There you go. I'm gonna say that. That's my thing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Melo needs to just like sit down. Like sit down.
I agree, man. Because he's not doing much at all over there. So.
Oh man, play defense.
Facts. Okay, so.
I like you guys got segments. This is awesome. I've never been on one that's got segments.
Oh, for real? Oh yeah, we got all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah, all kinds of shit.
Bro, this is a fire podcast, bro.
Where are you guys?
Yo, I just want to add one more hat shit. I'm gonna go back to hat shit right quick. Westworld season 2.
Oh, I was gonna bring it up.
That came out for real, bro.
Dude, did you watch it?
Hell yeah, I watched it. That shit was live, bro.
Will you tell me what the fuck happened? Like that is some I mean,
it's different. It's crazy because like 3 different timelines at once. You know what I mean? So it's so much going on, man. And
dude, I was gonna say that, and I'm like, you said a lot of nerdy things, man. Maybe just hold off on Westworld.
Oh, what? Nah, bro. This is
this is a nerdy ass show. We watch all the
nerdy ass ignorant show, bro.
I liked it, and I thought it was good, but like, it's still just like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's a lot. So definitely go out there and watch it if you guys like Westworld. All right.
Oh, and Into the Badlands is back too.
Oh yeah.
That's Netflix.
That's AMC. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's on Netflix. The first 2 seasons are on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
True that. All right. So what we got next, Caesar?
So our next is sponsors.
Shit,
So
you said from by Amazon, right?
yeah, so our sponsor this week is Amazon. So every week we get fake sponsors. This week it's Amazon. Shout out to Amazon with this whole Amazon Go shit where they deliver shit to your trunk.
That's so weird. Whose idea was that? Like, I don't.
But think
Dude, did
about
you
it though,
guys
like if you're not home, somebody can just come to your trunk like Santa Claus and just drop off presents.
That's
That's how you
awesome.
get shot, bro. You know what I mean?
Dude, when I
Oh
was in
man.
Los Angeles, there's like they have it like Whole Foods. They have like Amazon lockers. You heard this? So you
No.
get like a locker and they just fill it up. Like I want this and that, and they just go to your locker and they put all that shit in there.
Yo, that's perfect for lazy people because I hate going in the store, pushing the cart, making
Yeah.
small convo with the cashier, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that would work for
Also,
me.
you really impressed me when you're like, yeah, our sponsor is Amazon. I was like, okay, all right,
Oh.
all right.
They don't know it, but they
Nah.
sponsor us.
Yeah, they don't know it yet, but no, it's coming.
Good on you guys. Good on you guys.
All right. I think that's all we have, Caesar. So, Brian, how can people reach you out there? As far as I know, you don't have Twitter, but you have Instagram, right?
Oh, I have Twitter. It's at bking15 is Twitter, bking15, and then my Instagram handle's a little weird, but it's at the son of Bozo.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
my Instagram
All right.
handle. And yeah, where are you guys at? What city are you in?
We're in Florida. Well, I'm in Orlando.
And I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh God, how far is that apart?
4 hours.
Uh, 4
3 and a
hours,
half.
yeah.
Wow, good for you. Nice. I did not know you were in Florida.
Oh yeah, I love Florida, man. I couldn't do the cold. I was in Oklahoma for a little bit, but it was too cold up there, so I had to leave.
Yeah, don't tell me about that. Oh, it's awful here in
Gotcha.
Chicago.
Well, Brian, we appreciate you for being on the show, man. It really means a lot, and I know it's kind of not last minute, but kind of late, 10 p.m. So
Oh, no sweat, man.
I definitely appreciate it. So I wish you the best on your next adventures, and if you want to ever come back, let us know.
For sure, man. I really appreciate it, man. It was great talking to you guys. You guys are awesome.
It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the Don.
It's Crazy P, aka CP, aka Fried Milk, Fried Water, Fried Beans, episode 41 / maybe 2. We don't know yet. We out here. Yep.